Hello. Today I would like to try and discuss or analyze or understand chapter 1 or record what I think I understand from chapter 1 of this book, Absalom by William Faulkner. So the chapter 1 first starts out with the setting, introducing Miss Coldfield and Quentin talking in a very old, crammed, hot, musky, humid room in, I believe, Miss Coldfield's house. It describes the humidity and the suffocating feeling that Quentin is feeling at that moment in that room, describing the old lady and the fadedness of the whole scenery. And then we cut into this description of the ghost, the muse, or the ghost of this man-horse demon, which is the main character of the story that is being told by Miss Coldfield to Quentin about her sister's husband, this legendary man that changed or ruined her family history or life of their location after marrying and coming into her family. Her sister had 2 children with him, and supposedly the son is going to eventually kill the fiance of his sisters. And either the children ruin this mystery man's life, or he has ruined their life. And it seems as though Miss Coldfield is needing to tell this story because of all the resentment she carries towards this person. And I'm getting the vibe that she was destined to marry him after the death of her sister, but she is still Miss Coldfield, so I think she didn't marry him at the end. But her sister's dying words were to care for her children, her sister's children, which are older than this Miss Coldfield. So anyways, basically we get this, or I understand that Quentin does not want to be there, but the Sutpin man, his name is Sutpin, the man that married Miss Coldfield's sister, is starting to take over his imagination. This ghost, this muse, is cutting into his reality, this humid, thick-aired, dreadful reality that he's in. And the story is cutting into that and taking over his mind as he listens to the story that Miss Coldfield wants him to know. He isn't sure really. He's just respectfully listening to her at the beginning, but I think he gets interested himself as it goes along. And there's a part where Quentin discusses why him with his own father. Why is Miss Coldfield telling him these stories of many, many years ago of how her life was ruined by this man, and her dad concludes perhaps it's because his grandpa, Quentin's grandpa, and Quentin's dad's dad, was the only friend that this Sutpin man had, and perhaps Miss Coldfield blames or has some kind of resentment or giving the responsibility towards this Quentin's family. And also he's educated and young, and I'm not sure exactly if he's a writer, but she's giving him something for him to carry as he perhaps moves on with his life outside of his hometown, going to college and stuff. And so basically we learn that we don't know much about this Sutpin man, where he came from. He just suddenly arrived aggressively, and he uses Miss Coldfield's father, takes advantage of him, and marries the daughter, the sister of Miss Coldfield, and starts a whole plantation on his own and becomes this big celebrity, I'm assuming, but he's very wild, and supposedly he has a race. He races in front of the church with his car, and he wrestles with his slaves or other people, and does it in front of his children. And the son has a reaction towards it. He's crying and throwing up because of the anxiety he feels of watching his dad's violence. But the sister is also found, but it seems like she isn't reacting similar to the brother. So yeah, that's basically what I understood. It's a lot of long sentences, as many might know, and yeah, there was some like metaphors and descriptions that I don't think I caught on right away, but others I did. So yeah, I read it about 3 or 4 times over, and I think I'm grasping something and I'm not hating it. So I'll see how it goes in chapter 2.